forcing a switch from Tracer onto Soldier, and Tracer was causing so many issues in the first round.
And it's difficult for Soldier to really push into this composition without having the control of the high ground. We'll see how this plays out.
Ooh,
Yeah, Soldier drops.
Benj with a nice pick onto Annie. They hacked Pop's Valve. They committed to this fight. Oh, Duck Deluxe the shatter, but Custer gets taken. I mean, Jason gets taken out by Custer, and Custer gets the pharmacy duo. The Imperial with the kill on both tanks. Goddess reses up Reinhardt.
Yeah, Team Hack seems
Now
to
a
be bouncing back
4v6,
from
then
this.
Zarya gets taken out. Ah, and they whiffed the shatter.
Shatter misses, but nonetheless, the Hack team are picking off the members of the C Theory, and this will be the flip, eventually coming in a favor of the Team Hack.
And the C Theory is just trying to stall it out here as they're just trying to get more percentage into the point.
Well, now we do see a swap from Mei onto the Widowmaker by Imperial.
And we also see the swap from the Soldier onto the McCree.
Exactly. We're gonna see the C Theory right now having 4 ultimates up. It may be a really good time to see that Barrage and Graviton combo. Let's see if it works out.
Ooh, Costa trying to focus down Imperial, and Imperial gets taken out. And Hacked have used Trans. Both supporters coming out, but huge bomb from Evan down to the Mercy. And C Theory retake the point, but it doesn't seem like they're winning the fight. They've got one on point, and C3 and the Hack they're gonna retake here.
And they committed 4 ultimates into this fight too, just to gain basically 15%. I'm not sure if this was the smartest decision.
Yeah, it really wasn't. They Relay switching on to the Diva, knowing that he's not gonna get his graph back in time. And the Jason also switches onto the Hanzo after getting shut down by McCree.
Team Hacked is now looking to get both the DPS ultimates up as well as Valkyrie to get additional healing. Shatter does come out from the Duck, doesn't get a lot.
And Custer focuses counter, and Custer also with Mercy, huge picks. Shatter with a nice pin onto Benj, and Annie getting Hanzo and Reinhardt.
And a huge delay on the relay.
Relay's getting hard staggered, and they just kill him to get to point. It kind of seems like Duck Deluxe is playing a bit too aggressive on this Rhino. He's getting picked first every fight.
Now talking about Reinhardt, there comes the Shatter.
Big Shatter, 3 down.
Gets Mercy.
Oh, he gets taken out as well though, but they can res it potentially. They walk onto point, and Imperial takes out Annie. Transcendence coming in from Polsky. Oh, and the sound barrier coming out from Lucio. Imperial with a nice pick on his end. Imperial popping off. Both supports go down. Imperial with 3. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Doesn't miss a shot.
He surely doesn't, and that will grant him Deadeye for the next push, as well as having Earth Shatter up by Duck Deluxe. And right now, Team Hacked are only looking at self-destruct, so this may actually be a really good point.
Oh, Jason with a nice pick. Imperial with 2 picks. Oh, they whiffed the Shatter here, but they res. This is a 1-team fight for C Theory. Everyone just goes down. Don't even get a chance to say anything before people start dying.
Yeah, just a cleanup now. That means we are gonna see the 3rd point of Nepal, and we are gonna see Sanctum. So, a good map for potential environmental kills. We may see some Lucio, Rissa, and Hogs coming out. So let's see what the 3rd and final round of Nepal is gonna bring us.
You can also see some rather interesting comps like Quad Tank coming out. Like, you don't normally see those comps anymore after Goats take over the meta.
Exactly, Brigitte is really powerful. Just on top of providing frontline damage and potentially peeling for backline, you also, whenever you smack someone with that flail of yours, provide some healing for your team. So Brigitte is definitely a solid pick. However, we It
And
doesn't
you've
seem
also
we're
got
gonna
that
see
150 instant heal.
Exactly.
You've got double spam coming out from Hacked. Full spam comp with the Hog, the Orisa, the Zen, Hanzo Junk, and you've got the nearly full spam coming out from Team C Theory. They have
Both tanks though fall
Hey.
early from the C theory.
taken out too quickly. There's so much spam damage into here. The shield isn't surviving. They're going down so quickly.
Yeah, this will be the capture.
Junkrat's
for the
already
Hacked.
on his tire.
They're trying to take the position, going towards the choke to spam even more, get some more ultimate charges up, and we'll see the Riptire is probably gonna come out from the Custer this push.
All poking. Jadzi with the pick onto Doug Deluxe. And big staggers here. Period with the pick onto Custer, but it's not gonna do much. Gonna res it up. They're obviously they're just staggering so hard here. Period getting staggered very badly.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate, and Custer still didn't use his Riptire, and at the same time Ani got his Dragon Strike. They are up on Valkyrie in few percent, and they already have Supercharger from Orisa. So currently, ultimate economy wise, the Team Hacked are doing extremely well, and it will be really tough for the C Theory to progress this.
They rush straight onto pointed dragons coming out from both teams, but Goddess pops Valkyrie, and they also use a bongo from Team Hacked. Jason takes it out, but the fight's already over.
High Noon, additionally coming from Imperial, just to confirm.
Imperial takes out the High Noon. This is actually winnable. Team C Theory turn it around for the nice pick. Jason popping off.
75% on the objective for the Team Hack though, which means only one good fight will potentially take this map in favor of them. And there we see Arnie creeping towards the left side on the flank. How they see Fury
Arnie
gonna react it.
Big Sonic arrow, very got everyone in it. Jason with a nice zoning. Oh, and also takes out Zen.
Zenyatta is gonna get rest though.
Oh, and Costa goes down. Big staggers from Relay.
And that's quite a good pick. They also have a pick onto the Hawk, and this will be a reset for the Team Hacked. They still have a lot of percentage.
Good staggers coming in from C Theory, and also if you get a nice stagger onto a Hog, that gives you a lot of ult charge at the same time. Now they're not even peeking anymore, they're just sitting around the corners waiting for respawns.
We are gonna see Dragon Strike coming out from the Team Hacked very soon though, to hopefully provide a route to finally push over the choke towards the point.
And Duck Deluxe and Ben's getting some nice kills, but Annie gets the kill onto Duck, and they res up both dead tanks in that fight. And the Briss is coming back.
So we're basically even on the percentage right now, and we'll see. There
The
comes the
Riptire
Riptire.
coming out from Hack. They pop Valkyrie from C Theory.
Also,
And Hack also popping Hanzo and Imperial with a nice kill onto the Junk Tire, and Jason with a double pick onto both the DPSs.
Imperial and Jason, I think, just saved this point in favor of the C Theory. They both killed the ultimates, they got some picks, and now Team Hacked are forced to push onto the point, not grouped.
Valkyrie coming out from Hacked, and Imperial pops his Deadeye but gets picked by Jadzi. Goddess with the res onto Evander, and this fight could be turning around. Jason with a nice pick onto Jadzi though.
It's just a
Genji
brawl.
trying to...
It's now brawl on the point, supercharger coming out from Doug Deluxe.
And Benj getting a big pick onto Evander, and Jason with an even bigger one onto Zen. Costa goes down, Benj goes down. The team fight's over. Jazzy's trying to salvage the point as much as he can. It's a good win for the C Theory.
This has been an insanely good flip from the C Theory in getting, well, basically reverse sweep on this map. So pretty good start for both of the teams. Really close matches all around, and let's see what play of the game. Never mess with the Hanzo. Close range or long range. Alright, so we are back. We are back to Watchpoint Gibraltar for the second map of the Open Division match between the C Theory and Team Hacked. This is a very dive favored map. We'll see if someone brings out maybe Hammond. We haven't seen a lot of Hammond yet. Definitely some decent strategies you can pull off on this map.
Yeah, the dive is so strong on this map because there's so much high ground. Like, high ground really dominates this map. You've got the blue boxes on the first point, both of them, the one right at the back and one near the platform. You've also got the spaceship on second point, and you've got those walkways on third. You can really dominate from these high grounds. Well-placed Widow with good aim, game over.
Well, and it doesn't seem like we're gonna see Widowmaker on either side though. However, we are probably gonna see Hanzo from the attacker's perspective. However, more interesting pick, it's Doomfist, played by Ani on Team Hacked. Let's see how that works out.
And it's also a bit weird to run the Doomfist and the Tracer because they lack the potential, like they lack the ability to get back onto high ground if they drop. Whereas Hanzo with his wall climb and Genji with his wall climb and his switch strike can get back up whenever they feel like it. Bunch of poke coming into that first little area. And ooh, Duck Deluxe dives in and gets picked. Big feed.
And now the C Theory are gonna need to play this a bit more passively because they lost their main tank. They do get picked onto the
Jason jumps into the back line and gets Jason gets Zen. And Diva with a nice pick onto Annie.
Zenyatta did get rest though, so.
And they're pressuring blue boxes right now with Hanzo controlling it, and they all drop off to the low ground now.
Early Diva bomb coming from the C Theory, doesn't get on.
Jason with a nice pick onto Jadzi, and Jason also dropping onto the Zen. Jason coming big here with the two picks. Imperial with a nice pick there. And Diva Bomb comes out from Evander. They get two. They have the respawn advantage and they're coming back. Is it winnable for the Hack? Is it for Team Hack? Oh, just the last take on Diva.
With the Raz coming onto Imperial, I think this is a set point for the C Theory. There is only about a stall right now for team hacked. However, let's see what the. Never mind.
Jadzi
Take it back.
with the big pick onto Mercy. Arnie, DMX, Diva also takes out the baby, and Custer with the nice pick onto Hanzo. C Theory did not do a good job there cleaning up.
In fact, Ani and Jadzi did an amazing job stalling this point, and with their ultimates actually getting a lot of picks that will provide their team to stabilize and not allow the C Theory to capture the first.
Jason's got his blade up, but Plosky's got his transcendence, and we're gonna see little game of bait here, see who uses what first. And C Theory take control of the high ground using Dragon, and they all jump back onto the Zen, but Custer picks off Mercy, Jadzi with the pick onto Jason, the Duck Deluxe trades him out for Zen, Evander trades out Winston, and Zen gets rezzed. Nice bubble with the bomb. Seems like this push is dead in the water. Annie takes DMX, Diva, and they kill the baby's gone into Mega Room.
And this is gonna be another reset fight for the C Theory, and now we're only down to 1 minute left for the attackers. So that blade will need to do something great in order to help C Theory capture the first point. However, Plosky will reply with his Transcendence.
Oh, Goddess pops his bow. Disengage. Oh, and they baited out the trans. Huge play from Duck Deluxe.
Jason falls though.
Gets taken out. He cannot use his blade. And the Vandal gets the pick onto Zen, and the team fight is lost. Relay takes Team X Diva, and it's just clean up duty here. But Duck Deluxe takes out Zen using his ult. I think this ult was a bit of a waste.
I don't think it's gonna be enough though. 25 seconds left.
Got 25 seconds, they've got a blade and a dream. Let's see if they can do it. They're trying to push back up onto the high ground. They've got 13 seconds to touch the point. They're just having a bit of a poke battle here.
Blade will come out from the Jason right now.
Oh, and they use Valk to engage this point. They go in. Jason pulls out his blade, gets the Mercy, gets the Zen. Relay and Imperial with good picks onto Annie and otherwise. And they take the point. It's well played from the C Theory there. There's a big blade onto both supports, and Custer comes up for the delay. And Diva makes it out.
And this will be the capture of the first point by the C Theory. Took them 4 minutes, so really close.
Well, Relay with a nice stagger onto Zen. And Custer going for the pick on Imperial. But he's getting a nice peel from
Trying to
Mercy.
reply.
From Duck Deluxe, singles out Annie and takes them out. They really need to be able to contest the Widow here. If the Widow is left free, she could potentially just win the game for them. Relay drops the bomb in, gets nothing with it. Control of this spaceship is so important for this map. They cannot lose control. Custer with a huge bomb onto both DPSs, and they popped about. And Annie's now on the Sombra, and he gets the Winston. Now they reset.
This will be the reset for the C Theory.
Oh, Diva got staggered hard with the hack. Very good utilization with the hack ability.
Now, due to the swap onto the Sombra, there's not going to be a lot of DPS ultimates up for the team hack. However, the team's C Theory do have Dragon Blade, Transcendence, Primal Rage, and they're coming up onto Valkyrie. So definitely a good advantage in ultimate wise, but with a pick on bench.
With a big pick on bench, and for some reason the C Theory of running Hammond Winston combo. Most people would think Hammond is played as the main tank. They're playing some very alternate strats here. Bench pops his trans to stay alive. Oh, and they pop a trans in response. Blade should be coming out soon from the Jason. Oh, the Mercy gets hacked. No resin coming out for him. Jadzi with the pick onto... Oh, big bomb onto ult and Genji. Jason only gets Zen, and Imperial with a pick onto Sombra. They're pushing up, and they get the monkey.
Yeah, and with the defender spawn advantage, this is gonna be really tough to capture for the C Theory.
They really have to close it out quick with a very good blade or a very good ult of some kind or a good team fight. Otherwise, they could stall this and potentially retake. Jadzi cuts on Plosky with big picks onto relay, nobody, and wasted visor there, and
This
both
is
get
gonna be
staggered
it
out.
for the first round on the Watch Point Gibraltar between Team Hacked and the C Theory, who didn't manage to get the second point. We'll see what the second round brings us.
The second point can be really difficult to take at the end, especially because the respawns on the defenders are so nearby, and you have to walk an extra 10 seconds to get back if you're an attacker.
Exactly, and we already saw that Team Hack managed to almost full hold the C Theory on the first point, so I do really think that advantage, the the Team Hack have slight advantage. We'll see though how the defense from C Theory, what will their answer be? Are they gonna run Widowmaker that we didn't see, that is so dominant on the first couple of stages of this map? Definitely interesting that there were no Widowmaker players presented on this map. So, hey, let's see. Maybe another Doomfist pick.
Yeah, you can also see the makings on some comp here. You got Jadzi on Winston, Diva, Mercy. And it looks like the C Theory are going back at it again with the dive comp because they've got the Diva, they've got the Zen, they've got the Mercy, they've got the Genji. And this looks to be like coming up to be a very close game.
Most definitely. It's it's really interesting though. Like for example, I really like the focus of Team Hacked. I don't know if this was intentional or not. I would assume so. But every time their Zenyatta, Blosky died, they focused Jason so hard that he couldn't blade on the first point, and that provided him basically to stall so long that C Theory needed to capture the first point in overtime. So definitely a good focus coming out from Team Hacked, and let's see if they can manage to pull this off on attack as well.
Okay, coming out the spawn and they're in that room in the beginning. They go in there for some poke, and Annie's on the May and Custis on the Hanzo. They really want to assert their dominance onto blue boxes here.
Winston really deep though for the Team Hacked. Just managed to get out.
They've got the big pick onto Jason, but they've res up Jason, and Annie goes down. Oh, they res Annie as well, but Jadzi goes down to the bench. Nice play from him. C Theory are doing a very good job here, maintaining the high ground. Plosky takes out Winston. And Annie with the big pick onto Jason, and they're forced to back up. Custer gets the headshot.
Imperial drops due to a headshot from Custer. It's gonna be a really interesting game if the C Theory can actually bounce back from this, because Diva is gonna get stalled. I don't think this is gonna be the point that C Theory can hold on.
Oh, and a great wall from May, blocking out the trans. She couldn't contest with it. Jadzi with the late stagger. Looks like they're going to get a lot of free push here because there's no one to contest them. They're going to go forward. Big staggers and Imperials running for his life. And just pushing the car. Jadzi's taking control of the spaceship.
And if you check the ultimate charges, the C Theory basically don't have anything but Valkyrie and Diva Bomb coming up, while Team Hacked are sitting basically on 6 ultimates. So it's looking really grim for the C Theory right now.
Oh, and Jadzi, the big pick onto Mercy before she can even get Val. They pop both support ults coming out. 3 ults coming out from the Team Hacked here. And Relay and Duck Deluxe go down. And Custer with the double with his Hanzo. May with her Blizzard kill onto Jason. She's gonna try use her Vouch Touch, but
they invested everything they got, but it worked out. They cleared the C Theory, and this will be a map that will tie the series 1-1. So let's see what Custer did this match to deserve this play of the game.
Nice dragons onto the escaping team. Really blocked them off.
Really good finish by Team Hacked. So we're gonna be back in the map number 3 right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We are on the third map between the C Theory and Team Hacked for the second match of first week in Open Division. We are on Temple of Anubis. It's gonna be our 2CP map. Quite a good map. You can run dive, you can run anti-dive, you can run deathball. Many good compositions can be seen on this map, especially Widowmaker in the first point. So I'm really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, and also like you can also run some really crazy comp like Hammond with triple DPS. But like you see goats run a lot on this map, or goats with an Nana, because there's so much high ground, there's so much like different ways you can attack the point.
Yeah, and it is a bit interesting. We're gonna see Sombra from Team Hacked on defense. Not a lot of the times you see her since she's been reworked, that she doesn't provide any ultimate charge from her health packs anymore. But hey, she was tweaked a bit not long ago. And
Ooh, they're walking onto point and they don't see the diving coming. Oh, and Imperial goes down. Benj is also low. Benj goes down. Big play from Jadzi there.
Yeah, that was really good dive.
That was a very well coordinated dive. Good focus. Jadzi does go down, but it's gonna res it up straight after the fight when it's over anyway. Oh wait, they can't do it. There's a Zarya camping the body, but Duck Deluxe goes down. Nobody, and he gets taken out, but Relay does as well.
Yeah, Sombra will get rest though, and Winston will already be back by the time the C Theory managed to get another push underway. So, ultimate charge wise, not too different. There is a pulse bomb available for Custer and the Tracer for Team Hack though, so let's see if he can get a pick or two with it.
Oh, Jason's getting singled out by Jadzi, but it's a very close fight here. Imperial with a nice headshot onto Custer, and he takes out Duck Deluxe, and Relay's also won. Imperial popping off it kills both DPSs, and Team Hacked pops Valkyrie, and Jadzi gets a nice big onto Jason. Custer takes out Imperial, and Zen's set up on high ground. They're not contesting him. Jadzi with a nice double kill onto Relay and Benj, and Trosky with a late tag on
for the C Theory. They do have basically 6 ultimate sub, but nonetheless, there's been a lot of time already invested in the first point, but no progress for the C Theory as of yet. So let's see now with some heavy ultimate economy coming into this next fight, if they manage to get some progress on the first point done.
They did manage to get some good ults out of the Team Hacked, including Valk and Sombra, and as they push in now, and they're finally contesting the Zen up here, trying to bait out the Trans, and they pop Trans, and Custer kills Jason before it can go down. But Relay with a nice pick into Goddess, no res coming from Team Hacked. Custer takes out Imperial, Jason switches over to the Widow, and Reinhardt goes down. Custer takes out nobody. Benj wastes his ult on Relay as the fight's already over, and he goes down as well.
And watch, the C Theory invested everything they got into that push, and still no progress done on the first point of Anubis. And now they're looking to face EMP with a Pulse Bomb and Diva Bomb coming for online for the Team Hack. This is going to be extremely tough for the C Theory to capture the first point on Anubis.
Yeah, they've also lost the ult advantage, as any big push could be easily shut down by an EMP that comes out of nowhere, but nobody with a big pick onto Mercy, and I think they're going to aggress here because of that pick. But the Vandals, they've got the EMP bomb combo, and Jadzi's also coming up close to his ult, and Zen's nearly back on his. Oh, and Jadzi dies with 99% in his ult. And the bomb combo is utterly wasted, and Jadzi goes down. Imperial with a nice pick of the custom, Jason takes out Annie. The Vandals won, and so is Zen on the high ground, and it looks like they're just staggering themselves at this point. They're going for a contest to stall out some times, but that's it.
It seems like the story of Gibraltar will repeat as the C Theory capture the first point almost in overtime. And now with 3 ultimates up, they are looking to snowball the second.
Jason doesn't see the Winston. Jason doesn't see the Winston. Oh, Shatter comes down from Duck Deluxe, but he gets taken out. Imperial with a nice pick onto Annie. Annie's not had any impact this game.
Well, she did get a lot of EMPs though, and all of them were really good actually. So
Imperial with a nice pick on the Custer. Shadzi with the monkey ult, and then bullying him off in the corner. Looks like they're gonna hold this one here.
yeah, I agree. I think the C theory should call this one. Regroup with Diva getting demacked. I don't really think this one is capturable.
Custer gets the big pick onto main support. They pop Annie's ult.
They do draw the Blizzard out of the team hacked, which is a decent trade, I would say. 3 minutes left on the clock, so you still have time. They are looking to go into Diva Bomb, Dragon Strike, and Transcendence though, while only having none of us up. So probably not gonna capture it this fight, but maybe later.
You could potentially use Nano Boost to build up some big ultimates like Grab, and you can also use it for a big win condition like Nano Blade, but they've got to bait out the Zen ult before they can push. And Custer with the nice dragons through kills Imperial. Reinhardt goes down, Genji on the point, and they have to reset once more.
This will be another reset, but another ultimate down from Team Hacked, which means no DPS ultimates.
Custer with a stagger onto nobody.
Yeah, that is gonna hurt the C theory. They are having both the DPS ultimates up, so we are looking to see the Dragon Blade coming out from the C theory this push.
You can also pull that Nano Blade combo, and Duck Deluxe is semi-close to Reinhardt ult to try bait out that trans, because that trans could easily shut it down. Goddess,
in the meantime, Imperial swapped from McCree to Pharah though to pressure Hanzo and Mei a bit more.
They're pushing down right side as they go in, and Imperial's looking for some damage, but Zen's focusing them down, and they get walled off. But they all go together as a group either way. Duck Deluxe gets taken out by the freeze and the bomb. Imperial takes out the baby diva though. Jadzi with the pick onto bench, that fight is over. Relay goes down, Imperial gets 2, but the fight's over and they just wasted Blade here. They could potentially get a tick here, but nothing more, not even a tick actually.
Yeah, there was no Nana as Benj died on Ana just a couple of seconds earlier when Jason pulled out his blade, and I do agree with you. I don't think this is gonna be a really successful push for the C theory. They definitely should reset.
They're investing some ults that they really shouldn't have invested, like the Pharah ult goes down, the Genji ult goes down. He's already 50 on it, but still could be a potential game changer because they've got the Grab now to combo with it. Even if they've got a Zen, you could use Blade and then Nano Blade and can insta kill all the squishies through it anyway. But they don't have Blade, they're only at 50% on it, and he's got 34 seconds to build it up before they can use the combo.
Exactly. We are gonna be looking at Graviton and probably Nana boosting the Reinhardt for the C theory.
On Annie, it seems to be a huge blizzard. They put Grab, but it only gets Mei and these pins. Shatters, and the fight's already lost here, and they're just trying to do all they can to stall out. Evander with the pick onto Relay, and Custer gets nobody. And the fight is over. But no one's going to be able to touch it in time.
So, Team Hacked are gonna be happy with this hold onto the second point on Anubis. It's a difficult point, generally speaking, to capture. But with no progress done, this doesn't look too bad for Team Hacked right now to take the lead in the series.
Yeah, like Benj was on the Ana for the majority of the game there, so if Benj gets taken out, the team fight is already lost. You can't afford to have your main healer down for that long. And Benj was getting dove quite hard. He was getting pressured a lot.
He was. Not only that, they also missed the combo with the Dragon Blade Nano Boost, so that also hurt them a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yes, the resets also weren't very clean. They would get staggered, they would feed a bit, and they would also sometimes invest ults in it.
Yeah, as you mentioned, when Bench drops, it's really tough to have your team be sustained on the point itself, especially the second one, which is so defense favored because of the close spawns. And at that point, you really need to look into either quick resets or quickly dying and regrouping with your team to not feed any more ultimate charge to the enemy and still having more time in the time map.
And also, I think Benj could have maybe switched up to a less diveable main support because he was getting focused very badly by Jadzi. There was nothing you could do. Like, they weren't playing pure heavy heroes. They didn't have a...
Well, it seems they've listened to you, as now we're gonna see a Mercy Zen support combination on the side of the C Theory, and it seems like we're gonna be seeing the same composition from Team Hacked on offense as they pull it out on the first point defense as well. So Sombra Tracer dive with Mercy Zen.
Yes, and you gotta be very careful about using EMP, because if Benj reacts quick enough and he predicts the EMP, he can transfer it anyway. And Annie's gonna go get up to high ground behind him. He's got the translocator up there. And Annie's ready to hack something, and they can all get a big dive, and Imperial gets to pick up the cluster, so they're gonna have to wait it.
Yeah, Annie is now just waiting with the Sombra, waiting for the dive to come in to hack a specific target.
Oh, he's also going to use it to contest, but Jadzi goes down and Annie goes down, and they're forced to back out here. Goddess gets the res onto Jadzi. See why, and Goddess goes down. Vandal goes down. That was a big stagger. There was no need to go back in after Jadzi and Annie went down. You could have just gone for the quick reset.
And that was quite an important DMAC to allow the C Theory basically to regroup a bit, to focus on their plan. Sombra is still in the backlines though. Is looking for her target to allow the Team Hacked dive to come in.
Oh,
Huge
Ben
kill.
gets the pick onto Baby Diva, big stagger. Oh, and Diva's pressuring Sombra. It might be the hacked health pack. I'm not sure you're going to win that fight. Oh, they're sending up reinforcements up there to try to deal with the Sombra. Diva backs up now. And Imperial with the pick onto Annie, where the Vandal gets Duck Deluxe, and they're taking control of the little plateau over there. And oh, they're getting the res in front of the team. How did they allow this? They pop Valve to stay up, and the Vandal's trying to pressure down Hanzo. Bomb coming in from Relay, and it just doesn't work out. Jadzi's on top of Relay, and Goddess is flying in between. Oh, Duck Deluxe with a nice pick into Glosky, and they also take down Goddess.
An amazing transcendence now from Benj. Perfect
Benj
timing.
with a 900 IQ.
Not get affected by the Sombra's EMP. That was insanely good reaction by Benj.
Oh,
Gets
Custom
taken
popping
down.
off in the backline, but it's too late. And they res Benj because the respawn will take way too long for them to be able to stall out long enough before Hatch pushes.
We do see now swap from Team Hacked onto the double sniper from Tracer Sombra, so we are gonna see a bit more pressure from that front porch line. However,
yeah.
the C Theory doesn't seem to allow very much space for the snipers to take place.
Imperial pops his High Noon, looking to zone them out. Jadzi goes down. I don't think they're going to be able to res that either. Oh wait, no, she's resing it. They completely ignored her. They've got the Bongo down and Annie goes down. They cannot push in now, and the Vandal goes down. D-Mech. And they're backing out slowly, going for the quick reset. They're going to have to... Vandal's either going to have to die, and Imperial does that for him.
Yeah, and now we are less than a minute remaining on the map of the Anubis. Third map in the series. It's not a lot of ultimates online yet for the C Theory. They're only looking at Dragon's Rank at the moment. Valkyrie's coming up and Diva Bomb. So this may be a quick chance now for the Team Hacked to take.
Oh, Ben's getting his ult fast. It was for Duck Deluxe goes down, getting picked again. Oh, nice nice kill onto Annie, but nobody goes down. The fight is swung heavily in the favor of Hack. Ben gets taken out. Jason takes up Plosky. They get the res onto Annie. Jason and Imperial popping off to clutch the point. What the hell?
That Deadeye was the most important ultimate probably on this map.
Nice.
For the C Theory.
That was a nice bubble, saving the Mercy there. And Annie's trying to desperately take the point back. Oh, and a bunch of respawns coming in. They've got the Monkey, they've got the Oh, Plosky takes out Jason, and Jason takes out Annie. But it's just those three on the point here.
The attackers did
Nobody goes
have
to
a
the
close
res.
respawn timer though.
Oh,
So
Jazzy takes out Benj. The DPS is heroic, it's gonna not matter. Custer takes out nobody and Benj goes down. But Jason gets 3. What the hell is wrong with this man? Does he... And Plosky goes down. The Bando goes down and it's just Jancy on the point and huge hold. Insane plays coming up from the DPS here to clutch the point.
that was a really good defense by C Theory. They managed to hold them on the first point by not capturing the second one themselves. So a really good defense from both teams actually, and in general this match has been pretty even, I would say. And any mistake, I think MVP of this was Imperial with his Deadeye on the first point right here at the end. He got 2 people, which really helped the C Theory hold that first point. So
In my opinion, I think it was the Jason, because Jason got the double kill, and then the Imperial got the double kill, and then Jason gets the big play at the end with the triple with the two
yeah,
headshots and the dragon.
I do agree. Both DPS came out big, but let's see if they can bring this in the fourth map as well, as we are going to take a break. Welcome back, everyone. We are now on King's Row, the fourth match of the series, as the C Theory took the lead 2-1 on the Temple of Anubis by full holding Team Hacked. And now, we haven't seen a lot of King's Row lately in open division matches, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Seems like Orisa with D.Va is gonna be the strat, the Team Hacked are gonna pull out on defense, and surprisingly enough, Pharah from the C Theory with Moira and Mercy to pocket that Pharah. Really interesting. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, Imperial's pulling out Hanzo. Like the Team Hacked are running a very spam heavy comp with the Hanzo Junk Zen combo, especially and Orisa. Damage boost will certainly help with that. And looks like they're just trying to focus down the Vine Shield as soon as possible and try to just get the kills in quick. Jason's trying to boop him down when Vandar's already contesting the point. And he's getting focused down, and Annie's half, and so is Plosky. They're taking point control. The shield goes down from Duck Deluxe, and they're focusing him hard. And D.Va is trying to make sure she can stay alive and doesn't get focused. Jadzzy drops down onto the corner of the point. Jason's playing very aggressively up there. And they're really just walking into Jadzzy, and he goes down, and so does Vandal. Plosky with a nice pick into Duck Deluxe, but it's not going to be enough. Relay takes out Custer, and Pure takes out the Baby D.Va. Mercy reses Jadzzy. It seems like that's going to just speed a bit. Jason takes out Annie, Plosky takes out Benj, and they kill the res targets and double supports here.
Yeah, this will be the first point in favor of the C Theory. And now they really have a chance to really push this Team Hacked into the new spawn. They've got split spawns, only 3 of them alive from the Team Hacked. So the C Theory really got the chance to delay the next fight.
Both DPSs from Hacked could be going down here potentially. Yes, they do. So could D.Va. D.Va could easily be dematched from this positioning. She gets out. And it's good map control from the C Theory to push up. They use the dragon to push in. They're gonna aggress onto this Reinhardt. It's very low and they take more control of the map. They push up. Oh, they cannot go out. It's doing so much damage. And Jadzzy.
Team Hacked are now at 6, pushing in, trying to retake the control of the payload, who is slowly approaching the second checkpoint. Let's see if Arnie can get some picks on the Widowmaker.
Oh, Custer, the big pick into Imperial, and they go for the combo here. Annie, nice pick onto Jason, saving the team from a potential wipe. Duck Deluxe takes out Mercy though, and Coalescence comes out. Oh, D.Va bomb, and she fluffs it. She hits a platform on the high ground.
And this will be take of the second point for the C Theory as well. There's only
Ryan goes down.
Remain.
Ryan goes down. They could potentially retake this, but Benj takes out Custer. They res out Duck Deluxe, and no, that's game over. They pop the dragons just to close it out, and Annie somehow goes down to that. That was a really nice use of, really nice map control from C Theory after they took that first point. They didn't even have they barely had a second fight. They barely had a fight on that map.
Exactly, really good attack coming out from the C Theory so far. However, now we are looking at Shatter Valkyrie coming up for the...
Oh, and Imperial picks off Annie. I think they're gonna res that if they can.
Exactly. Let's see if Team Hacked can get something done with this Shatter, trying to bounce back and retake the control.
Oh, Evander trying to pressure down Imperial, but he's getting forced down and he gets DMAC. Big pick. But Duck Deluxe goes down and they go for a big shatter, and that's fight over. That is fight over. And they're backing up, trying to go for a reset, and I think Relay is trying to farm his grab. You might get staggered. Big stagger. It's not going to be back for another 10 seconds after the team groups up here. Relay needs to really work on that.
Now we do have Dragon Strike and Graviton combo coming up for the C Theory, and if they react quickly, they may actually get it before Plosky's Transcendence.
Jason's pressuring Evander, trying to farm some ult. They go for a grab dragon combo, trying to swing into it to try to go through the grab. Oh, and Duck Deluxe gets the shot onto Jazzy here, but they don't follow up. And Jason with the blade onto Plosky. And Annie goes big in the back line, and the Vandal takes out Duck Deluxe. Jazzy takes out Bench, and that's the fight over. Annie really went big there, taking some people out really early in the fight.
Yeah,
Nobody.
It seems like Team Hacked are gonna stabilize, and it is true. Arnie did really, like, he got a lot of damage done, and he's already halfway towards his ultimate by swapping less than a minute ago. So, a good push from the C Theory, baited some swaps. However, now it's gonna be tough as ultimates are pretty even.
And Relay is swapping over to the Hammond here. And they've got the Tack Fighter, but they need to break this Rhyme barrier before they can do anything. And the Vandal gets demexed again. And he's looking to do some damage here, but she's getting focused down by Bench on the Zen. And nobody pistols Annie to death. Fucking Neptuno 2.0. Jason takes up Baby, and Custer with the big picks onto both tanks. Custer pops Visor, and he's trying to take down, takes out Nobody. Takes out Duck Deluxe. Custer went big there with 4 picks. And Benji goes to the reset. Jason could get staggered in potentially by the Farah.
Yeah, there was no Transcendence on the side of the C Theory to really counter that tactical visor, so good use of it. We are looking at 4 ultimates from Team Hacked, including Rocket Barrage and Earth Shatter, one of the big ones, and of course we have defensive ultimates as well for them. Let's see if the C Theory can get a push done without any use of the ultimates. It seems like we have a pause, probably a disconnect.
Yeah, and he's been DC'd. But Imperial was also switched over to the McCree, and we can take some time here to doing some analysis on what we think is going to happen next. Okay, that's good.
Seems like we're back into the game.
Oh, and the pressuring back. Jadzi with a nice shatter, but gets taken down. Annie's barrage does not go anywhere. Benji takes him out, and Relay goes down, and both tanks are down. But Jason takes up Goddess after Goddess popped out. Huge kill onto Goddess. Imperial with a nice pick of the Custer. They're burning down the Diva. They're pushing in onto the Zen. Ooh, nice bombs. He cannot escape, and he has to use Transcendence just to get out of there alive. And Imperial pops his Deadeye, trying to take him out, taking Farah out. And Jason pops his blade now, seeing that they had a chance to use it. Goddess is low, Custer's in the back, and he gets scored, and Goddess goes to the res, but it doesn't work. Vanda can't
like
get
this is gonna be the finish, and the Theory managed to capture the 3rd point with more than a minute left, so quite a good attack from their side. Let's see if Team Hacked managed to basically get the same amount of value of their attack push. I would like to see more Hammond, personally speaking. Like, it seemed something that Team Hacked didn't really react super well to. So, who knows, maybe more Hammond means more chance to win. I definitely am looking to having seen more Hamster the game.
Yeah, it's rather interesting pick, because you can use his wire thing in really good, really creative ways. Like,
a lot of the times it's used like for disrupting and displacing the enemy, which, you know, not only it throws you in a predictable movement that allows your snipers, specifically Hanzo and Widow, to potentially get a headshot, but it allows your team to get a better dive or a better attack onto the enemy as well. So in general, I really think that Hammond pick isn't the worst idea here, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna see it, as Team Hacked are gonna be running with so-called ghost composition, triple tank, triple support, and on the side of the C Theory, instead of Zarya, we're gonna see Relay playing Diva on defense. So other than that, Jason on Hanzo, and instead of Widowmaker, we are gonna see Imperial playing McCree. So really interesting on both teams. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, looking at this comp, it could be really susceptible to rush down comps like a Goats is. They don't have the high spam damage to be able to do anything here. And they're pushing into the team. Duck Deluxe goes down and Benj takes out Jadzi, but Jadzi's got respawn advantage and Vandal goes down. Relay gets demacked as well. And nobody with the res into Duck Deluxe. Big res, but Benj goes down here. Jason goes down. It seems like this is a one fight for Team Hack because Imperial goes down. Duck Deluxe and nobody desperately trying to contest on point. They get the VMAC onto Vandal, but it's just the tanks and the pin does nothing and Annie gets both of them and Relays is contesting.
Yeah, this is gonna be the point A coming to favor of Team Hacked. We do see a swap from Hanzo to Farah from Jason on the side of the C Theory. And now we're coming out from some ultimates, specifically Coalescence from the Goddess on the side of the Team Hack, and soon Shatter from Doug Deluxe.
Okay, and they try to pressure the Farah that's come out from the QC Theory as a response to the Goat strat, and trying to go for a bit more of a spam here. They cannot be contested, and they're just. And Annie with the huge pick, they switched off Goats to go Widowmaker to contest this Farah. And Annie stuck behind him. And Jason takes out Annie, and Endeavor Imperial takes out Vandal. Jadzi goes down to Duck Deluxe. And Relay goes down. And
It's a brawl on the point at the moment.
Looks like C Theory is winning.
Yes, but Team Hacked are having a really close spawn. While, let's not forget that nobody was taken out, and she's already on the way back. So it caused the C Theory to drop some ground. And
and they have to use the transit to keep them up until Jason comes back. And they just use the trans, and that's probably game over for this fight. Both of them goes down, and Annie takes out nobody. Relay takes out Custer, but that's the fight one anyway. And it's just Relay trying to touch out.
The C Theory are gonna be looking into another fight before the second checkpoint though, so they do have Rocket Barrage, and with a pick on Annie that is not feasible since they are not running Mercy, this may actually be a good start to start another fight.
And Custer's on his way back as Hanzo this time. And the bomb is coming in from Relay. Jason pops his ult, but it's taken out by Custer, and that's a good trade because it's main tank for projectile DPS. Relay gets Custer, and it's 1 up for the C Theory here. Vandal goes down, it's 2 up, and they're gonna press that advantage. And Jason gets res. The Vandal gets the DMAC onto Relay, and Lucio is taken down, and Vandal takes out Baby, which seems like a bit of a mistake. And they're pushing in hard after a 1 fight. This could potentially turn it around for them. It's a 4v6 here on point. And
Yeah, but the
it's
infra
3v6. Annie's a nice pick. They pop the High Noon, potentially to take down Shield. And Jadzi's going in. The Shield goes big waste of Shatter there. And it looks like the team fight is won because Dr. Lux goes down, Imperial goes down. Nobody's just there. Jason's trying to contest point. So is Relay.
Yeah, and this will be the second point for the Team Hack. Just getting Relay DMAC. And with 4 minutes on the clock, they're looking to capture the 3rd point of King's Row on their offense.
And then pressing up. And Annie goes up to the high ground, but it could be picked off by Jason here. And gets back in time. Custer setting up on that high ground, trying to go some cheeky picks through the window.
We do see Hammond coming back from the C Theory as Relay swaps from Diva.
Custer's getting free reign here, except Jason takes him down. The Custer takes out Jason with a nice headshot with the Stormbow. Big shatter from Jadzi here, takes them out. Very clean fight coming in. Jadzi popping off with 4 kills. They're gonna just push the payload over to the end. They've got time for one last stagger. Just one last contest onto the point, and they're popping out from spawn here just to be able to get on. And they're gonna big shatter from Duck Deluxe. Huge shatters coming out from both teams here. The retake coming out from Duck Deluxe.
And the C Theory are definitely bouncing back from this lost attack and capturing the payload just barely over 3 meters before the checkpoint. So a really good defense, smart use of your ultimates, only Earth Shatter was used, saved Transcendence, saved Dragon Blade, and never mind, it was also Valkyrie that was used. But still, having 2 ultimates still up while Team Hacked being basically ultless except of the Coalescence, and, it's still a good fight or a good trade for the C Theory as they have a closer spawn.
Oh, Dr. Lux is trying to focus down Custer. Imperial gets a nice pick onto Annie. Big bomb from Evander. But Evander gets traded out. Imperial's popping off, but Plosky gets taken. Imperial gets taken down. Popping Blade here in the back line. Jason with the pick. Relay with the pick. And Bench goes down. It seems like this is a hold for C Theory.
Yeah, now some swaps coming from the side of Team Hacked as well, as we see Ani swapping from Widowmaker onto the Tracer and God swapping from Moira onto the Mercy. Ani seemed to change his mind and go for the Reaper instead to pressure Winston and Roadhog from the C Theory. So now it's up to the C Theory's tanks to see if they can really play this smart and not feed their bodies towards the Reaper.
Oh, there's Dr. Lux on the high ground trying to pressure Custer, but he could die here just as easily, and he gets taken out. Nobody's going for the res, and she gets forced off it. Jason with the pick of the Jadzi though. Jason going into the back line trying to do some work here, and he's getting discord. He's running for his life. They get the res onto Jadzi. They could potentially start pushing now. And Imperial's going around for a big flank, probably going to try to solo out the Zen here. Oh, Jason with a nice pick onto Custer. And Jason pops Blade in on the back line. Koski goes down. Annie goes down. Jadzi with a nice pick onto Imperial. And Bando gets the pick onto Jason, but there's not much they can do here. Nobody gets the res into Jason.
And now
only one again.
1 minute left remaining for the Team Hacked to get this payload towards the 3rd checkpoint. They do have some good ultimates up. Valkyrie, Dragon Strike, Shatter with Transcendence.
Ooh.
And that boss eventually coming up.
From Relay. If they take an overtime, they don't even get a chance to win this anymore. Imperial gets a pick onto Jadzi, so they cannot push for another 40 seconds. Probably looking for a stagger here. And Relay takes a nice stagger onto Annie, but Relay goes down as well, and the red's up Relay. Oh, Dr. Lux, nice stagger onto Custer. And Jason's looking for a bit more, just so he can farm his ult a bit. Do some poke here, because they've got 20 seconds. They hold it here, they win. And if they don't, all they got to do is take 1 tick on first point in that minute 13.
Last attack, but 5 ultimates for the good Shatter going through.
And Annie goes big in the backline, but he gets hooked off the map, and Custer takes out Jason. And they're popping out Trans here. And there's just nobody on point with Relay, and nobody goes down, and so does Relay. And they're going up for contest, and Pure is trying his best to do what he can, but he gets taken out. Doctor's contesting, but they get grabbed off the point. Dr. Lux goes down, and Ben's trying to contest, and so is Jason. Jason's got Blade now, if he can... Oh, and he gets killed mid-blade. Nothing he could do. They go for a retake. Relay gets a nice pick onto Jadzi, but the rest of them go down. Relay popping off, second pick here. Dr. Lux goes down. Relay's going huge here. Imperial with a nice pick at the Plosky, and Vanda takes down Relay. Jason's coming back as Doomfist, trying to do what he can. Gets a big pick. Jason going huge here with the 2 picks. The end. Jason is freaking insane. What the hell is wrong with this man?
What a match has this been.
Effect is among us, guys.
Definitely great performance by both teams in this series. Back and forth all the time. Really close games. But Jadzi did an amazing job this map with his Earth Shatters were really on point. Many people caught him.
Yeah, and he also did a pretty good job blocking them. Some like Dr. Lux is also having some difficulty to get them through. The disrespect.
A really great matchup. So I really enjoy this. I'm looking forward to seeing more games from those 2 teams. Seems like a really good matchup. In any case though, seems like this is it for today from the C Theory. Do you have anything else to add, Vishnu?
No, I've got nothing. That was a great scrim, and you summed it up pretty well there, Till.
Exactly. So everyone, thank you for following and spectating the scrim. And I'll catch you with Vishnu next time.
See you guys.